Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited we're in October. This is my favorite time of year where we get to dress up for Halloween and start buying Christmas presents and spend warm quality time with family. I also can't believe we're already in October, but this year has dragged on so much that I'm really looking forward to the new year, if that makes any sense. Anyway, it's only been a couple of days since my last check-in. The only thing that has really happened is our rent was paid yesterday, which was October 1st. I was also able to hash out some extra money in the budget. I had some stuff on Subscribe and Save that I had already budgeted for that we don't quite need restocked yet. I had a small refund come through for a double charge in our grocery budget from last week. As those things changed, I just put the extra money in unexpected expenses to get it back up to $200, and then on the next upcoming monthly bills. So we're actually funded through the 15th now in that section, which is pretty awesome. Before I do anything, I actually just want to move this 200 so that it's showing as budgeted in October. Not a big deal, but it just makes it a little easier to keep this amount at 200 through the months. I just have to type 200 in this budgeted column because I don't actually spend out of this category. So month to month, all I would have to do to get it back up to 200 is type 200. Now, I came to a decision the last few days. Our credit card assesses interest every month on the 18th, and we only have $922 left on this credit card balance. So I think I'm going to try and pay it off today and just budget as far as I can with the remainder of my paycheck. I mainly feel okay doing this because I have a bit of overtime on this paycheck, and I don't want to depend on the rest of the side income to come by a certain date in order to pay it off because I don't want another interest charge to go through. Trent's side gig told us they will pay the remaining amount owed, which is $1,500 on the 15th, but we learned in September not to trust the payment date. So I'm going to flip-flop the plan a little and pay off the credit card today and use that side income and any other income to get budgeted a month ahead. So I am going to click into our Wells Fargo account and click enter and clear. I have already updated the tax information on this paycheck, and all of our accounts are reconciled and match our YNAB balance, so we are good to start budgeting. I'll go back to the budgeting page and enter that credit card payment just right off the top. Oops, I need to make sure that I go down and budget this paycheck withholding so it doesn't look like I have more to budget with than I actually do. This is very important. Next, I want to make sure that our groceries are funded for at least the next 2 weeks. And then I will go ahead and fund my work lunches and our fuel for the month. Childcare is already funded, and I can skip clothing for the moment. I need to fund pet care because we have Bailey's food on Subscribe and Save for this month. So I will just budget for upcoming. And then I want this category to form a small sinking fund, so I'm going to add an additional $20 so I can keep building this up. Random acts of kindness. This category is kind of a slush fund, meaning that it has no real direction. If I become aware of someone who is in need of assistance, basically I want some money available to help that doesn't really affect the rest of my budget. But I'm going to pare it back a little until I know Trent and myself are funded for living in Anchorage for a couple of weeks in February. I'll still put in funds here, but I'm going to skip it for the moment with this paycheck. Gifts. I already have one of them funded. The next one, I already have her gift. It's just a coffee gift card, so I changed that amount to 0, and I'll just need to mail it on the 13th. And then I'll go ahead and fund the last one in October since it's coming up in the next few weeks. Fees and fines. We received an outstanding utility bill from when we were living back in Washington. It somehow found its way to us. So I need to get this taken care of. I don't want to risk it being sent to collection since we moved like over 7 months ago now. It's only $82, so I'll go ahead and fund that now. Adobe Suite, I need to fund the full amount. This expires in November. I'm undecided if I want to renew it or not. It makes me really sad to think of not having access because I use it for just basically hobby photography. But maybe I could find a less expensive plan through them because I only really use a couple of the apps that they offer. So I guess I will look into that and decide. Um, These categories, I think I might just get funded. Trent has kind of indicated that he wants to take his whole month instead of the $80 every 2 weeks, and I don't really have a preference, so might as well just get that taken care of. Okay, so that last $58, I am going to stick in this second credit card payment category. I realized in September I hadn't really made any debt progress until that extra paycheck came in because I'm just paying minimums. So I decided to commit to $200 a month on this second credit card. It's enough to still make a little progress without hindering the real goal at the moment of getting a month ahead. So that $200 will be due on the 19th, and I want to just start getting it funded. That is it for my first October paycheck. I wanted to let you guys know that my parents have decided to buy our airline tickets for us when we get ready to go to Anchorage in February for the birth of our third baby. My dad mentioned helping us with the Airbnb rent as well, but I don't know in what capacity and I don't expect it in any way, so I'll definitely just plan on funding that ourselves and go from there. But that definitely helped me feel a little better about getting there and settling in to have a baby. The tickets and B&B are like the main things that has a fixed expense. Everything else in here we can basically spend as much or as little as we're willing to, able to. And some of them aren't even necessarily things that need funded by February, just things that I wanted to have on my radar. All right, everyone, that about wraps it up. Before I jump off, I'm going to go into this credit card account and enter this payment because you know I submitted it on the Chase website the moment that I got paid. I never thought I would be so excited to pay off debt, but here we are. If I go into my reports, you will see that our current debt is now officially under $100,000. I'm going to cry. We have increased our net worth by over $30,000 since the first of the year. I'm really tempted lately to go through and enter our January, February, and March transactions so I can see the spread for the whole year, but I don't know if I really want to commit to that, so who knows? Maybe in my next video you'll see what that exact amount actually is. You guys, I am really struggling with the idea of slowing down on debt to build up our month ahead. Logically, I know it's a wise decision to avoid future debt in case an emergency comes up or whatever, but I just feel like we are on such a roll and I don't want to lose traction. I know we'll get there, but it's just extremely hard to think about waiting. But we're just going to keep playing it day to day, and seeing this net worth increase because we're saving will still be very satisfying. All right, if you guys made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for following along on our journey, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye!